Oh, gee. I cannot see. This thing is getting on my nerves because my other phone stand broke, so I have to use this little one, and this little one is not allowing me to freaking see. But yeah, now I forgot what I was freaking saying. But yeah, oh yeah, I was saying like, do you have to kick anybody out? Like, you know. Okay, cool. Okay, everything came together. Everybody came through. Okay, and that's right. Oh Lord, I hate that. But I think the banging, like the headache, is worse than throwing up, in my opinion. I'd rather throw up than the freaking pounding headache. Yes. Okay then. Yes. Different sceneries. Lucky. That stuff is not for the weak. Did you be like, it's my birthday? It's my birthday, bitches. It be like that. Don't want to see none other. That's how I got to a point where edibles. I don't want to see another one. Now I got these CBD gummies without the THC. Okay, I know that's right. Everybody, it's their birthday. You better say happy birthday. I know that's right. In the club. Hey. Yeah, birthdays are important. Like, I feel like everybody should be, having fun. Like, don't be a sour patch. Did I put. Um, oh, I forgot to edit that angle on collective reading. I want to go back to it. 3 people in the live stream. Shout out to you. Hope you're doing well. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe, share, hit the notification bell for all that good stuff. Check out the community posts or our post collective posts that you may resonate with. Also, collective readings that you may resonate with. Suggest video ideas for this channel. I do all kind of readings to set mediumship at this time. Personal private readings to go by via phone, email, text, private live stream, or private recorded video. Claim your donations, especially if your YouTube name is different from PayPal, Cash App, or Chime. I don't buy, I get the answers just right. Most things are in our description box. If it's not there, please let me know and I will inform you. Thank you for choosing me as your reader at this time. If you aren't coming in and booking out to a reading, that's okay. You can still come in and chat. It is an open chat. Thank you. Okay, literally dancing the butt off. How we. Did you have brunch? Oh, come on, man. Freaking reminder. Hey, Aqua Emmy, what's going on, love? Yes, you may, huh? All the prices will be in the description box for you there. Hope you're doing well here. This weekend went by fast. I'm kind of mad about that. Yeah, there's nobody on the list at this time, so if you're to donate, you'll be the first person on the list here. Yep. Yeah, and stop you from getting into some stuff, and falling over and all. Yeah. I keep on falling on. Get my nails and feet done. Hair, all of it needs done right now. Yep. Thought you was good to go. I don't feel a thing. Okay, that's that adrenaline. Then you wake up my neck, my back. Okay. Now what the heck was I doing? Jumping through hoops? Happened to my Thank you, I mean, you can post your question, huh? I'm just now checking. They don't give me notifications, so sometimes I have to go in and check, every now and again to see if someone donated. I think I did say you would probably have to get a room last minute. Okay, showed out real bad. Oh, I'm sorry, Uncle Emmy. I wonder. Sometimes it could be like stuff that happened to us in the past, just like resurfacing sometimes. I remember I had a day where I felt so like, oh, it was the worst anxiety ever. And it was for no reason. Like recently nothing happened or anything like that. I'm like, what the heck? You know what I mean? Sometimes it's needing to release some energy. But we'll see if that's what it is or not. But I hope you feel better, huh? That could definitely play a part. Sometimes it actually can be the meds, or it could be your um, how you're thinking about it, if that makes sense. Like if you're already assuming that it's gonna have a bad effect on you, then that can actually, it could be like an illusion. Federal equity here for Apple Emmy, Blue Spirit, thank you. Make it very, very clear. Why is Apple Emmy feeling so much fear inside and unsafety? It's the first thing I'm getting is the Fool card, which is the unknown. Not everybody likes the unknown. So whether you're the type that doesn't like the surprises, or you just don't like the unknown kind of thing. You don't like to be thrown to the wolves, kind of thing. So I don't know if you've been like in a predicament recently where you kind of feel a little thrown to the wolves. Yeah, and I'm getting like this energy of like you're stepping into more independency here, which might not be that familiar to you. This is a really good thing though. It's just gonna have to take you a little bit of getting used to. But yeah, this is definitely what your body needs to be going through so it can come up and come out and release here. It's like your body is like detoxing and flushing and stuff like that on its own. feel like some of your personal needs and wants probably haven't been met in a while. Ooh, so it looks like you're gonna need some of that, whatever that is here. I, I want to ask this because this might have something to do with it too. I feel like everybody could have this, but it's like, what's something you can't live without in the world? For me, it's like music. So a world without music, I'm going to probably feel, anxious, a little sad, a little, you know what I mean? So like for you, like what is that for you in the world? Because I definitely feel like that plays a part. And that also could be a thing where you're codependent on it, so you have to find a healthy way to attach to whatever that is. And also, like I said, needs and wants, whatever your needs or wants. They don't have to always be sexual. It could be something else, but like, you definitely have some needs and wants that needs to be tended to, especially if you've been everybody before yourself and you forgot about yourself for like a long time. You know what I mean? And who do you feel abandoned by? Yourself, other people, or what? Yeah, this analyzing and getting down to the root cause or issues of things. I'm also hearing you don't give yourself enough credit. Like you are already successful. Don't equate being a millionaire as successful. You still be successful even if you're not a millionaire billionaire. And what makes you feel abandoned? Like when somebody ghosts you, or like, you know, this is like figuring out our triggers. For me, which I probably shouldn't be telling certain people because certain people will use it against you, but I don't care anymore. One of my triggers is I don't like people insulting my intelligence here, kind of thing, or I don't like people to tell me what to do. you know, so it's like identifying those triggers and those unhealed parts so you know how to work with them. But if you aren't able to identify it, it's like how can you heal it and work on it? You know what I mean? So they're coming up for a reason so that you're able to like release them and identify them. And he just lets, I'm sorry. Yeah. So you could be like maybe looking for meaning, especially if you made them your whole world, maybe that was like the whole meaning for your world, you know? So it's time to find like a new meaning here. Yeah, get grounded. I'm here. Plant your bare feet on nature's ground. Do some root chakra healing and clearing. I'm also hearing something. Um, this doesn't have to be material, but it could, like a car or a personality trait of yours or one specific memory that you just claim as your own. Because that also could be another thing. Like maybe it's certain things that it's like you don't really feel like something is owned or something is particularly to only you, or I feel like you're very creative, and spirit is like suggesting you to like, I don't know if you have a journal or a diary, like get very creative. It's like who was Aqua in me, and just paint, just draw, just write, just you know what I mean. Look at that. It says take it one day at a time. I don't know if this is gonna come up horizontal or vertically, so maybe I should turn it this way. Kind of weird this new little setup, but and look at that. Your finances. Are you worried about finances? Because they're gonna get better soon. Is it even real? Ah, that makes sense. It's very real. Especially with the Six of Wands out here, honey. Is oh, that's very real. Okay, what? I don't know if anybody made it seem like whatever your success was wasn't a big deal. It's very much a big deal. Yeah, maybe you're thinking about what's the worst that can happen instead of what's the best that can happen. You know what I mean? But some things we never know until you try, until you get out there, until you know what I mean? Shoot, most of us is, nobody really knows the world all like that. You know what I mean? So all of us got a bit of an unknowing. You know what I mean? And that's the whole thing of experiencing and exploring. I think you're kind of hesitant towards the future. You could be comfortable in this past or present energy, but you're hesitant towards your future. So, see, look, step out of your comfort zone. That's why. Stepping out of your comfort zone can be uncomfortable and scary sometimes, but it's for the best. You know what I mean? I got to step out of my comfort zone right now, and honestly, I'm a little nervous. I started this new job, and it's a field that I don't typically work in. I'm used to certain fields, so I can't like back out because I got to get my finances together. You know what I mean? So I can't be like, oh, let me not face this fear or whatever the case may be, and I just have to kind of like put myself in it and go for it. You know what I mean? So that at the end, it'll be worth it in the end, right? Because my finances will be getting better. I'll be having extra income. But if I just run from it and be like, oh, you know what? I'm not used to this field. I don't want to challenge myself or whatever the case may be, and then like run from it, then, there's a whole other things that I'll probably run from, and never get to where I actually want to be in life, you know? Have your parents what you need to let go. Yeah. How old are you? I mean, there ain't nothing wrong with having your parents at whatever age. You could be 30, you could be 45, you could be, you still can have their advice here and there. You can still have their financial support here and there, whatever the case may be. But it's nothing like having your own independency and having your own car, your own house, your own this, your own that, and like starting your own family and. But yeah, saying to step out of your comfort zone and trusting that they love you. And if it was an emergency situation, they'll show up like this. But until then, it's like you doing your own thing. Little toxic. Sorry. Don't say that. You are, and you'll grow up even more. The less you're codependent. I feel like that. I'm 28. I be feeling like that sometimes, and I definitely think part of it is being coddled, being enabled, being um, fearful, being what I mean, procrastinating, and all that other stuff. I think the first step is to not say those words. Words are powerful. That's like speaking affirmations. That's like speaking it into existence. Change your world view, your perspective. No, you're not. What control? Are you in locks and chains? No, you're not. Yeah, nobody can make you feel worthless if you know your worth. He said, you're not. You don't have to be. You could leave at any point that you want to. I know finances play a part. I know, but you might not want to. If you're living with them, there's shelters, there's hotels, there's this, there's that. You know what I mean? Sometimes it doesn't always look pretty getting to the light at the end of the tunnel. But I'd rather it not look pretty for a little while and eventually get to the light at the end of the tunnel than to stay in a cage. You know what I mean? An imaginary cage at that, because again, you're not literally in shacks and you know what I mean, chains and stuff. But that fear could be coming from, if I do leave or get from under this so-called control, what the heck am I gonna do? I don't know what to do. I don't know where to go. I don't know where to start. I don't know who I am. I don't know this. I don't, you know what I mean? But again, that's something that you'll figure out along the way. But if you stay or keep believing in this, you might not really figure that out. And I know you really want too badly to figure that out, you know? Oh, you say you do. Okay, you still live. Okay. Yeah, they have more to say. I'm just going through your messages really quick. I'll let you know when the reading is finished. Yeah, and it might be some things that maybe you're like feeling like you're too old of or ashamed to do, like to go talk to someone. It's never too late to get your life in order. It's never too late to talk to someone, you know, whether you talk to someone in your job about this that you trust, a counselor, therapist, or whatever the case may be. It's more love and help out there than you're even realizing, honestly. You can donate again if you would like, huh? But experiencing and exploring is going to be your best teacher. I'm sorry, huh? Sometimes it be strangers or other people out there that love you more than like people in your immediate circle. Like I'm just out here. Some people are very, you know, sometimes you gotta look at the positive of it. Some of us have very unique personalities. That's rare. You know, it's rare to find somebody with, you know, similar of a unique personality and stuff like that, or a lone wolf like us, or whatever the case may be. Sometimes it's rare, but it's nothing to be, you know, ashamed about. You know, I like to look at it as if, you know, how they say it's aliens and it's different like races of aliens and stuff. You got your Andromedons, you got what is it, Lyran, whatever kind of things and stuff. Just think if you were say hypothetically a Andromedon and it's only like 12 left here on Earth. You know what I mean? And then the rest are like of other kind of things. You know what I mean? So you don't have to look at it like in a negative way, but just embracing like, you know, who you are. That's the best thing you could ever do in life is be your authentic self, no matter where you are. You know how some people, and it's not the best situation, they in jail, but they always say, I might be locked up or whatever, but they don't have my mind. You know, I'm still who I am. They don't have my mind. I'm still free in my mind. You know what I mean? Being free in your mind, being your authentic self is better than anything. Even the most successful people with all kind of money are still unhappy because they are not themselves. You know what I mean? They're putting on for everybody else. They may have all this money and they may make things look how it look, but they ain't really happy inside. You know what I mean? I'd rather be happy with, you know, $600 in my pocket than miserable with 6 million. You know what I mean? Some people might think otherwise, but I don't know. I've been depressed and stuff before, so I'd rather go ahead and be happy with the $600. Okay, I finally beat depression after so many years, so I'm gonna take the happiness with the $600. Okay, okay. Mm, I'm good. Like I'm good on that. It's not nothing to play with mental health and all that. It's not, you know, it's not nothing to play with. Yeah, and you need to be protecting yourself every day. Spiritual bath every day if you can, or some other way. Avoiding, if that house is toxic, avoid it as much as possible. I always tell people that. Go out at the library, stay extra hours. Don't pull off out the parking lot automatically at work. Stay in the car for a little bit. Go for a walk, a long walk. I don't care if it's the walk is 4 hours, as long as you don't burn yourself out and out of breath and stuff. Of course, be safe. Just do different things that way you don't have to be in that space too long. You know what I mean? If you aren't able to like just up and move because of finances, you still can avoid as much as possible. And if it's locking out and all the other stuff, that's where the legals come involved. You know what I mean? Yeah, I think you're like your body is doing that because it wants to rest. That's why it's shaking up and doing all that because it wants to rest. It just wants you to let go of being a peacemaker and a people pleaser. And that's your intuition speaking to you. Yeah, yeah. It's like your curiosity, your creativity, everything wants to come out more. And spirit is saying to allow yourself to be free here. Do you like to read books? I'm seeing books here. Gemini could be significant. I don't know if you're a Gemini or someone is a Gemini. Yeah, some parents they have a hard time seeing their child grow up, no matter how old they are, whether they have malicious intents or not. Sometimes it's like hard for them to see their children grow, and you have to remind them like I'm 34, I'm 28, I'm 26, whatever the case may be. You lived your life, okay? This is mine. Yes. So you could be getting into some more educated or spiritual books here that I feel like would definitely help you along your journey here. You know, getting around people who relate to your situation is very helpful as well. Oh, I'm mostly God bias, but yes, I've been trying to get into reading my Bible more. It's like I procrastinate and I would read some and I stop. And that's been going on for a minute. But I think I'm gonna stick to it now. But yeah, I'll tell you this: the worst enemy you could ever have is yourself. So other people could be toxic, whatever the case may be. But if you also punish yourself and internalize their projections and all the other stuff, that's what's really gonna count. Which is unfortunate and it's crazy how it works that way. It's ironic how it works that way. But we're the only ones we have to live with at the end of the day. You wake up to yourself kind of thing. And like you control your own thoughts kind of thing. Negative thoughts is gonna creep up always, but it's about not listening to those negative thoughts. You know what I mean? It's so sad. And I know this might not have anything to do with it, but I just thought about it, like this guy took his own life. R.I.P. to him. Sorry. Over because he was dealing with some stuff and he felt like he couldn't talk to his parents and he went to chat GPT, whatever how you pronounce it. Um, and I guess they informed him to commit suicide. I don't see how that works. I've never, have heard of anything like that. So I don't know if they directly said that or if they basically was like, or if he felt like, oh, they're saying to hold it in, so I might as well, you know what I mean? He literally had nobody to turn to except that AI chat thingy. Because again, he felt like he couldn't, and that's important. Like you have to have somebody you can trust and able to talk to. So even if it's not your parents or whoever the case may be, it's important to like release that energy and transmute that energy. Some people turn their pain into gain. Those women that be heartbroken and stuff, and they make a hit song and all that. That helped them release. Just like when we be heartbroken and then we go listen to their heartbreak song, it helps us release. But if we overdo it, then it's like defeating the purpose. Ooh, Josie Myers. I don't think I saw any of their stuff. Who's your favorite gospel singer? I'm pretty sure that would uplift your mood right now, or if you were able to even get in contact with this person. You said stop dealing with assholes. We have, because I asked for some more advice. We have nothing will come of this situation, void course moon. Now this is a card that either you have to worry about something or you don't. In this case, I feel like you would. Nothing too like serious, but I'm gonna explain. Void course moon. This is basically like if you don't put in any efforts, it's like you can't expect to see like the fruits of the labor because you didn't do any labor kind of thing, if that makes sense. A lot of things in life are cause and effect. A lot of things you have to be disciplined for. Not every blessing is going to fall out the sky towards you. Some things you actually have to take action and do the work, towards. So you feeling like in chains and stuff like that could be the reason of like not taking certain actions. We have nothing will come out of the situation in a form of astrology known as hooray, where an astrological chart is cast according to when the question is asked and decoded. The void course moon means nothing will come of this matter or the situation will bear no fruit. This may or may not be good news depending on what you're asking for. For example, if you were worried about something, whatever it is, this card can be taken as a sign that there is nothing to worry about. However, if you're asking about a new project of any kind, including a new, it's time to adjust your expectations or change things so that you can get a different outcome. Change things so you can get a different outcome. Change things. I want to repeat that because are you afraid of change? If you've already been through the storm, at this point, it shouldn't be nothing to be afraid of. You know what I mean? It's like at this point, what else could be? I've already been hurt. You know what I mean? Yeah, it said change things so you get a different outcome. Remember, the cards can only predict what you are currently creating, and you can change that with both behavior and beliefs. Again, with tarot, a lot of people don't know that, but the cards come out based on your life. So if you're wondering, like, oh, why does it sound like nothing's moving, or my life is boring, or this, that, and the third, that's because you ain't getting up, changing, and moving, and you know what I mean. Now, if you go apply to a job today, go to the interview and stuff like that, and then come back with good news, then bam, that's gonna come out in the cards. But if you stay home, don't apply for nothing, da da da, what's gonna come out in the cards? No action. You know what I mean? Says I trust in my highest good. Additional meaning to this card is the chances of something are diminishing. Something better may be around the corner. Believe that you will get what you need. Period. Believe that you will get what you need. Surrender to the divine. Take time out, meditate, and contemplate. The main definition of void course moon is when the moon won't make a major connection with any of the until she enters the next sign. The best thing you can do when you get this card is chant the Sanskrit words Namo Narayane, which mean I surrender to the divine, and the void course moon is a time to just be. I might have said that wrong, but you know what they're saying. But this is like I always say this too, like get into this fed up energy. It's like how bad do you want to meet certain goals? How bad do you want to get to the next chapter of your life? Because it's like 9 times out of 10 we already know what to do. We just haven't done it yet. You know what I mean? If you know you need to study for that test and pass it so you can get that degree, then you know that's just what you got to do. You know what I mean? If you know you got to get that certain job, it might not be the best dream job, but you know you got to work it temporarily so you can get a new car so you can move to the next level. It's just what you got to do. You know, it's like you got to do what you got to do. Just want to, and sometimes they kind of go with each other because if you're in an environment that doesn't allow you, that push you in fear and all that, then getting out of that environment is the change that will end up getting you that peace and stuff that you want to feel inside. So they kind of work hand in hand sometimes. But there are other ways. You don't always have to go to the extreme of moving out. There are other ways. You know what I mean? Me, I take CBD oil. It changed my life so far. Meditate, pray, go for a walk. I mean, there's a million different ways that you can, you know, get some peace or get a clear mind. Relaxing your body more. Go get a massage. You know what I mean? Massaging your brain and tapping on your brain actually helps release stress as well. You know what I mean? Um, and it's maybe it could be something you talk to like your doctor or therapist or somebody about, because I'm just a therapist, so I don't know all the methods. I can only tell you so far of what I know that's helped for like me and other people that I know help release stress and get more peace and stuff like that. But I would definitely try to talk to them and see what they can do for you. And again, sometimes you just need to cry and release all that you bottled up and pent up so that your nervous system can feel better and more aligned. Because when your nervous system is out of whack, then it's like your life is can be like reckless. No, it doesn't. It has to have the THC in it to get you high. So you get the CBD oil without the THC. It just helps you feel relaxed without having that high, because that can get annoying sometimes. It's like, okay, I don't want to be high, or I don't want to be high for this long. I'm done now. You know what I mean? Mm. And again, what makes you happy? What makes you feel um, like me? I love dancing. That's like one of my passions. When I'm not in a good mood, I'll either listen to music or I watch some dance videos. I'll go for a walk. Certain things, and it automatically uplifts my mood. Or maybe you like cats. Maybe that makes you. You know what I mean? But knowing what makes you happy is very, very like important. You know. And like you said you don't feel any love, and that's a huge part of why. Like I said, you might not be feeling any peace or anything. Again, your environment can definitely affect your mood. Not saying it's impossible to feel peace at times that you're there, but overall, you get out of there already. You're gonna be feeling, you know what I mean, uplifted. 'Cause you're no longer in that environment. You don't have to worry about unpredictability the next time some person would yell or think you made a mistake, or um, having to tend and please to their needs, or whatever case may be. Like, you don't have to worry about nobody judging you, or when you're in your own environment and only your energy is there. You ain't got to listen to nobody vent that you don't want to. You ain't got to listen to no arguments. You know what I mean? Like, you ain't got to do all that. You ain't got to clean when somebody wants you to clean. You ain't got to, and there's nothing like having your own. I'm trying to tell you, once you get out this environment, your health is going to improve, your mental state. Not to say that the world don't be crazy at times and you won't bump into people that are, just as toxic, because that's just the world we live in. Life is full of ups and downs. So, you know, nobody's going to be, just happy all the time. It might be a day that, maybe a loved one passed on, or somebody gave them a bad day at work or something else. But the key is to let go of that energy and not hold on to it. I used to be the type that hold a grudge for a long time, hold on to resentment, hold on to the past for a long time, let things bother me for longer than they should, even if they was just words. You know how ridiculous. You're giving up your peace and happiness to hold on to these things, and it's like, let it go. Whatever it is, let it go. Give it to God. Let it go. Was that? Have you heard that? I just want to be happy by Kirk Franklin. Nah, you don't suffer more than most people. Remember, it's always someone out there that's probably having a worse life than you, or they can relate. Because I can definitely relate. Schizophrenic, yep, that'll do it. Schizophrenic, bipolar, ADHD. I have chronic PTSD, and I don't know if it's bipolar. They didn't diagnose me with that, but definitely have chronic PTSD. That definitely does make things 10 times worse. But like I said, it's not impossible to like fight or defeat or treat or anything like that. It's always something a way around. You know what I mean? So you think you're a stable one? I know that's a good thing to think. That's a very good positive way to think about it. I think you're thinking more positive than you're giving again yourself credit for. But trust me, there's people that knows your potential even before you see it and take advantage. But yeah, spirit is like, look at your childhood pictures and just look. What would you tell your 17-year old self? Because I think you were more advanced than people tried to give you credit for at a very young age. So you could have been like advanced, and then people stunted your growth. But that doesn't mean like you're never gonna feel grown again, or feel grown, or move forward or progress or anything. It just means that this has been a little bit of a delay. This has been a little pause. This has been a little hiccup. This has been a little glitch, whatever you want to call it. And as soon as you let energies go and take your power back, kind of thing, this could be the same very day that you do that, that you start to feel complete or grown, or you know what I mean. I know not everything happens overnight, but some things kind of does. You know, it really just depends. And I heard the truth will set you free. Okay, the truth will set you free. Your truth, their truth, everybody's truth, whoever's truth, it's gonna set you free. And just stop judging yourself for being hard. Oh, I should have had kids by this time, or I should have did this, or this should have done that, or blah blah blah. Can't change the past, and things happen for a reason. Don't compare your life to nobody else's. We ain't all supposed to be the same. Know how? You know how that boring the world would be. And again, like I said, go with people that relate. People who are also, yeah. You can donate for another one. Um, people who also have the same condition as you. Like, they're gonna understand more than someone who doesn't. And just because somebody doesn't understand or can't relate doesn't mean automatically they don't love you. You can still very well have people around you that love you, but they just don't understand it because it's not happening to them. I don't know why I heard sparkling water. Yeah, yeah. And we all humans, even our parents, they're humans. They're not like superheroes or anything like that. And all these movies have been seeing about like parents and love and this or they be making it seem like a fairy tale, but they leave out the parts where it can get rough, where people can't understand, where people, you know what I mean? And maybe it takes them having to understand. Shoot, they need to read a book up on it too, so that they understand how to help you more, how to understand you more. You know what I mean? How to work with you more better. And some people don't even believe that. They have every right not to believe it, but I definitely understand it is hard. Like some people don't even believe in depression. You know, it's like I'm depressed, and it's like, oh, that's not real. You'll be okay. You fine. Da, 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 you got nothing wrong, and it's like, oh, like you don't get it. You know what I mean? But even if they don't or whoever else don't, long as you understand and you do what you need to do to work on it. You know what I mean? So don't brush it off because other people brush it off. You know what I mean? Don't not take it serious or give up on it because other people did. Because like I said, at the end of the day, you'll be your own worst enemy. Yeah, maybe you need to when it rains, maybe you need to go on inside porch and just let it rain on you. Let the wind blow in your hair. You know what I mean? Or maybe you need to decorate your room to where it's very therapeutic. Have you a humidifier? Have you your favorite different colored lights? Um, Deck your bed out with your favorite stuff. Whatever makes you comfortable and feel at ease. You know. Or maybe you like feeding the cats. Whatever that brings you like joy, happiness, pleasure, passion, or sun gazing, going out in the sun. Definitely, that's another one that I almost forgot about that one. That's another one that lifts your mood up when you go sun gazing. Just go let the sun beam on your skin for a little bit. You might want to close your eyes because then you might be seeing yellow for a while. But you just let it beam on your skin. Oh, one of the best. And sometimes it takes because you might have done some of these things. I wouldn't be surprised if you've done some of these things. But sometimes it takes like consistency. You can't just sun gaze for one day and then 3 years later. You know what I mean? Sometimes it takes consistency in order to like handle things that you're going through. But yeah, spirit's asking you to take a big bold risk. I don't know what this risk is. It could be moving, it could be up and moving, it could be up and doing something else. But your finances gonna get better soon. Take things one at a time, like it said. You're gonna be fine. Keep telling yourself everything is gonna be okay, everything will be okay. Works in a psych ward. That is crazy, but sometimes somebody can work there and they still don't understand. Like I worked in home health aid, and I had a few patients who had dementia, and I wasn't technically trained in that area, so I don't know why they put me there. And I told them at some point I couldn't handle that because I didn't understand it and I didn't know how to understand it. But I was working there, you know what I mean? But she's still a textbook. Yeah, she doesn't understand the spirituality. Yeah, doesn't understand it. You know, automatically make her a bad person because she don't understand it. But some people just don't understand it, and some people probably would never understand it. That will make them a bad person if they're abusing that person because of it or for no reason or whatever case may be. But some things we just don't never understand and probably won't, or we'll never know a why of something. You know, because I gotta give ourselves our own clarity and closure. But there's peace that comes in giving up and letting go of what hurt us, why something happened, what this meant, feeling different, whatever the case may be, not feeling rich enough, you know? Like once you just let go, be free, and just live life to the best that you can, all that washes away, you know? I do hope they gave you clarity. And you said you wanted to ask another question, or you said you had another question you were gonna. Okay, so I do have Ashley, and then I'll do your second question, huh? So I did see Ashley donated. You have the Fool card, Ace of Pentacles, Knight of Pentacles, Temperance, Two of Cups, Knight of Wands, Eight of Wands, Hangman in reverse, Judgment, Queen of Swords, Six of Wands, Ace of Wands, and Nine of Pentacles. Yes, I got you right after Ashley. My bad, I didn't know she donated before your second question. So if she comes in, then I'll do her question. If not, then I'll grab her after. So just give it a moment for her to come in. He's the one that ghosted. It's always them dang on Marcuses. No, I'm just kidding. I had a Marcus. That's hilarious. And it's crazy because I thought I seen him earlier when I was going to the hair store. And I'm like, is that Marcus? I was like, that kind of look like him. Oh man, that's funny. And it always reminds me of that Tyler Perry movie when she's like, Marcus. uh, but yeah, you'll be fine. Especially when you find people, whether that's a lover, a family member, whoever that understands, um, you know, all about that, you know. Ashley, are you here, love? Ready to post your question? Okay, I don't think Ashley is in right now, so you can go ahead and post your second question, Aqua Emmy. Or no, you already posted it, but if you're still in here, let me know. Okay, got it. Let's see. Did you want to do both of y'all feelings or just his feelings and thoughts? Like, did you want me to do like a pick up on your energy on one side and his, or did you want me to just do like his feelings and thoughts? Both of you, okay. Good old reading here for Aqua Emmy, please spirit, thank you. Good old reading here for Aqua Emmy, please spirit, thank you. Can I get a love reading with Aqua Emmy and Marcus, between Aqua Emmy and Marcus? What is Aqua Emmy's energy towards Marcus at this current time? What is Aqua Emmy current energy towards Marcus at this time? What is Marcus's energy towards Aqua Emmy at this time? His current feelings and emotions and thoughts? I feel like you definitely hold him on a pedestal here. Um, you want to see more fight in him, fighting for this connection or fighting for anything at that. He may remind you of someone, like maybe like an ex or a father figure or something like that. Yeah, you could want things to go back to how they were in the beginning here. Yeah, you could definitely feel like his world was entertaining and looked towards him for guidance. You could like the sense that like he's he's not judgmental, even if he's given like tough love. But you could have all these assumptions of like, when they ghost or when you guys are not in communication, it's like, where do you go? What are you doing? Kind of thing. And you might feel like sometimes he comes off a little confusing. It could be like, for example, oh, I'm at work, but then I'm not at work, or this is going on, but then this, and it's kind of confusing. Like, okay, what are you doing? What aren't you doing? You know what I mean? Yeah, you could have this fear of him like leaving you for something or someone better. Yeah, you could feel like he definitely speaks to your body. Yeah, you love how he thinks. Although you might feel like at times he could be like an asshole, but it's like you still have love for them. And you could be waiting on this change from them. I feel like he's not really sure of a future with you. He goes back and forth. I feel like he's like been testing you numerous times. So it's like he definitely leaves purposely to see if you're going to chase. But he might do that a few times. It's like he probably won't be convinced until like, you chase him for the 50th time kind of energy or something like that, which is not right, or fair to you. But he feels like he kind of clarifies something. King of Wands, Full Card, Six of Wands, Chariot. Yeah, he feel like you can find better than him, kind of thing. He kind of feels like I don't know if she's my soulmate. He kind of feels like you would fit with anyone, kind of thing. Being a good person, being a good wife, and that's something that kind of like scares him. Oh no, I don't want to turn it. Yeah, I feel like he likes control, and if he's not in control, he doesn't feel like it's love. He loves the innocence that you have to you as well. And I definitely feel like he gets bored easily, so that's another reason why he likes keeps starting over with a new beginning. And it's like he's basically going off your intuition here, the two of swords here. So it's like you're really the low key. You might not see it, but you're really the one who's leading this connection and guiding this connection. Which that kind of makes sense. Maybe that's why he might be feeling some type of way. Because again, he wants that control. And if he doesn't feel the control, then he doesn't feel like it's. He kind of wants you to be a little addicted to him, which is unhealthy. It's a healthy way, but this seems unhealthy. Yeah. Since I really need your support at this time. I miss waking up and going to sleep with you. I'm an asshole. That's why I distance myself from you. I'm scared of love. I love your sense of humor. I have so much pride and ego. They're highly attracted to you, but attraction, it takes more than just being attracted. I love your natural beauty. Yeah, they might feel like you're using them to fill your voids, kind of thing. Clarify something. He's kind of scared to hurt you, although he's probably already hurt you, which is ironic. It's like he's scared to fail you, but at the same time, he's like trying to protect his own heart. But it's like he's always checking up on you, even if he's not reaching out. So he's probably looking at social media, or your social media, or something like that. See, I knew it. I don't know if you can see that. I like being in control and playing mind games, which again is not really healthy. But this is what he knows, you know? This is his defense mechanism. He probably learned that from, something in his childhood. Yeah, and it's like he wants to make it official, but it's still some things that he wants to like test first. Maybe you guys have different point of views. Like I don't know if it's like you want to wait to have sex, have a commitment before having sex, or something you want to wait on that maybe he doesn't see the issue with. We have a new romantic cycle begins. New Moon and Libra. Hold your vision, fixed moon. You are good enough. It's time to take action. New Moon and Aries. So I definitely feel like he's looking forward for you to be more confident here. Confidence attracts them. Yeah, it kind of helps them forget about like routines and yeah. At one point, he could have been like scared to maybe claim you to family or something like that. Scared of like how different you were. Yeah, Virgo could be significant. I don't know if you're a Virgo or there, or Virgo could be significant. Yeah, he thinks holding on to a friendship is gonna keep you from leaving, whether it's holding on from a friendship or some future promises or something like that. Even if because he's not 100% sure, but he feels like if he tells you certain things, or if he, we're friends and blah blah blah, like you'll be more likely to stay around while he figures out what he really wants, kind of thing. Yeah, it's not healthy. It doesn't sound healthy at all. Because if it was healthy, he would let you know he's not sure, and he would let you be free and decide what you want to do. He wouldn't ghost you and string you along and all that other stuff. Like, do you feel healthy? I doubt it. When he ghosts you and all this other stuff, I'm pretty sure you're not feeling happy and healthy. You know what I mean? You would feel when a relationship is healthy. You would feel the love. You would feel, you know what I mean? You wouldn't know. You wouldn't have to question all the time. You wouldn't be confused. Confusion is, and it doesn't necessarily mean he doesn't have love for you, but facts are facts. You could still be, toxic because of, whatever reasons, you know? So he could have love for you, but it's not a healthy situation. And it might not necessarily be the one, but that doesn't mean because you ain't the one or because you're unhealed that you don't have love for a person, you know what I mean? So he has a lot of compassion and everything for you, but he's not sure, and you're probably not sure either. But yeah, it's not healthy if you're using them to fill voids because that's something you have to work on with yourself. You're responsible for your own healing and stuff. Like, of course, somebody can be there for you, give you advice, hug, whatever the case may be, but they can't do the internal work for you. It's called self esteem for a reason, self love for a reason. You know what I mean? Self. But he, like I said, he got love for you. He got compassion for you. He wants to help, but sometimes he's overwhelmed or he wants to feel that you want him to, kind of thing. He wants you to chase. He purposely leaves, and you know. Can I get some last overalls? How Marcus currently feels about and thinks about Aqua with me at this time? Yeah, he wants to feel like he wants to feel needed, but he doesn't want you to be codependent on him. And again, he could miscuddle on you, or if you guys haven't did that already, he wants to cuddle. It's like not everything has to be sex. It's like sometimes he just want to, feel warm. Yeah, he could love how you're down to earth, and maybe you don't mind 50-50. But yeah, people's childhood wounds, they play a part in relationships, most definitely. So if you felt neglected by your parents and stuff like that, you would be more likely to depend on somebody's energy and want them to fill your voids and stuff like that. And you would make them the center of your world, especially if you don't have other love options or friends or other family or whatever the case may be. You would kind of depend on that person. There's nothing to beat yourself up about. It's just something to heal. That's all. Clarify something for me. King of Wands, Queen of Cups. 6 of Pentacles, 6 of Cups, 9 of Pentacles, 7 of Swords. Yeah, he loves you, but I don't think he sees you a future with you. But he does have compassion with you, for you. What we have here, don't worry about what people think about you. So maybe you feel naked and feel like vulnerable and feel like very like seen and feel like everybody around is judging you. Just remember the whole world is not out to get you, you know? Page of Pentacles, Page of Swords, Page of Wands. But he could feel like you make a future sound very good. So I'm pretty sure if you were to reach out to him right now and say, I need you, I just, I don't want to argue, I don't want to, have to be, serious to talk about making a family or anything like that, but I just need to talk to someone or, whatever, he'll be there. But he could feel on edge when he doesn't know, like, you know, where you're going or if you're like all over the place kind of thing. Yeah, he might feel like you take things out of context. Like he might feel like if he said, "I hope you have a good day," you thought he said, "I'm gonna marry you in the future," kind of thing. Um, I guess you can say that, but you could also debate and say it's only because of him because you made it because of him because you were codependent. You know what I mean? So it's like you made him. You know what I mean? That way because you were codependent kind of thing. Because you were dependent on his energy is why you're putting that. You're putting all your peace and stuff like that with him. You know what I mean? That's going back to again. Only you can do that work from within. You know what I mean? Like nobody else is gonna be able to make you happy with yourself. Like people can add to your your self love and happiness and stuff like that, and not bring any drama and stuff like that. But ultimately, it's on you. Because you could say that the same with your parents, and you could say that with how the world is going and everything like that. But that's giving that other person and those other people power. You know what I mean? It's not to say that what they're doing or if they're confusing you or whatever is wrong. It is, but don't give your power away. You know what I mean? Because then you'll never be happy if you keep on basing your peace and happiness on this person, that person, this thing. You know what I mean? It's like because he ghosted you, now I can't be happy in life. No, he ghosted you. You heal for however time it takes you, and then you get back to peace and happiness in your own life. You know, now he ghosted me, and now I'm sad for 5 years. You know what I mean? Because now, if he was out of your life for 5 years, you can't keep being like, "Oh, I'm miserable because of him." He's gone now. You know what I mean? Yep, and those shall pass. Eventually, you'll get over it. But I hope to see clarity at the Page of Swords, Page of Wands, Two of Swords, the Fool card twice, Page of Pentacles, Five of Cups, Queen of Cups, Ten of Wands, Nine of Pentacles, Seven of Swords, Six of Pentacles, the Six of Cups. So the number six is very significant here. Um, is the number seven too? Yep, the number seven repeated as well. Seven of Wands, World card, Ace of Swords, Queen of Swords, Temperance, Judgment, Magician, and the Hermit. Go where you feel wanted, loved, respected, adored, cherished, needed. You know, that can be with a coworker that's genuine. That can be with your therapist that's trustworthy, wherever. But just go where you feel loved. You're welcome, hon. It could be a trustworthy church, wherever. Go where you feel loved. Ashley, are you here ready to post your question, love? You feel conflicted about a relationship? Oh, snap. It be like that sometimes. Thank you. You can post whenever you're ready, Michael. Okay, good question. Good old accurate reading here for Aqua Emmy, please, Spirit. Thank you. Good old accurate reading here for Aqua Emmy, please, Spirit. Thank you. Aqua Emmy would like to know, should she go back to being with friends with Melissa? Would be a wise decision to reconcile and be friends again with Melissa for Aqua Emmy, please, Spirit. Will it be worth it? Will it be healthy for Aqua Emmy to be friends with Melissa again? All right, Ashley, I can grab you right after Aqua Emmy's yes or no. Would that be a good genuine friendship here for Aqua Emmy with Melissa? Should Aqua Emmy be friends with Melissa again? Last time, should Aqua Emmy be friends with Melissa again? Yes or no? Be very, very clear. Okay. Fuck no. I'm sorry. You're listen to your intuition, baby girl. Your intuition told you it's better friendships for you out there, and you know your higher self knows it. She could be a little jealous here too. Yep. 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 It's like you're very likable even if you don't try, and you got certain qualities and stuff like that and characteristics about yourself that she wished to have for herself, and she purposely tries to make you jealous, whether that's using other people to make you jealous or trying to seem overly confident. Yeah, and she wants you. She was comfortable when you were stuck in life. Now that she feels like you're trying to level up, she's feeling even more threatened, kind of thing. Yeah, she feels betrayed that you're choosing your, which seems sick. She's choosing your better future over her. She could have had a kick out of you being like depressed and, you ain't signed into school, you ain't got this going, you ain't got that going. And now that you're trying to get towards those things or you've been talking about it, it's making her panic and freak out. Or it made her panic and freak out, rather. It's a one-sided connection with the Six of Pentacles, Seven of Swords. And the Four of Cups is automatically a no card, so I feel like this will set you backwards if you did reconcile friendship with her. This will set you and your goals back. Yeah, she's replaceable. Maybe you were thinking she's irreplaceable. No, she's replaceable, honey. Like I said, there's a million people out there. There's a million better genuine friends that you can have. Yeah, I wouldn't trust her. Uh-uh. It's the type that'll leave you at the club by yourself or watch you get jumped, whatever the case may be. Act like she ain't know nothing or act like she got in the fight and helped you, but she really didn't. You know what I mean? Sleep behind your man, behind your back, give you the bad, wrong, worst advice ever. I don't like this energy. I'm sorry, but like I said, it's nothing to feel discouraged about because it's a million friends and you probably going to meet someone soon. And I feel like an energy it might be at work. Like I said, it could be a genuine coworker that turns into a best friend that y'all hang out pretty much damn near every day, and y'all locked in like this. But this ain't it. I don't like it. Or she's always trying to insult your intelligence or something like that. I don't like it. She doesn't like to take advice. It's like everything should go her way. I don't like it. She's very childish, and I want to say lame. Sorry, not to be offensive or insensitive. If you was really caring for her, but it's given. It's given lame. It's given childish. It's given, oh, I got an iPhone, you got an Android. Haha. It's given okay. Ooh, man. And maybe you looked at her a certain way because you really wanted a friendship or whatever. So maybe you put her on the pedestal. But the more self love you give yourself and the more other good people you have around you, the more you're going to realize, like, the heck was I thinking? You know what I mean? Why did I want to be friends with her? You know what I mean? You felt it yesterday, yeah. It's like she's trying to make your life harder than it has to be. I don't like it. It's gossip behind. I feel like it could be gossip behind your back. It could be her putting words in your mouth that you didn't say. Like, oh, she did. She said she didn't want to go, and you really did want to go to the party, but she's over there trying to be your mouthpiece. Like, oh, she said she didn't want to go, or she's sick. You're not even sick. What the fuck? I don't like this energy. Or trying to play matchmaker and try to hook you up with whoever. You didn't even do a background check. Hell no. It's the type that'll harm your pet. Watch her around your kids, pet, whatever you got, any personals, even yourself. Like, this is the type you don't just be alone with. This is not the friend you can go out, go traveling with. You know what I mean? This is not the friend that you can be drunk in a car with in a bar closed. I wouldn't trust it. Mm-mm. Yep, look at that. Adjustments are required. Third quarter moon. Yeah. She might try to get you really high for her entertainment and see you act a fool. You are not her dang on guinea pig. The fuck? So she likes the energy again of you being depressed, not knowing yourself, etc., etc. And it's like as soon as you level up or want something better for yourself, like I said, she's falling apart, she's crushing, she's panicking. And she likes that you make her feel better about herself. Like if you hype her up, like, oh girl, you're not fat or you're not a bad person, blah, 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 blah. It makes her feel better, even though she knows that she really ain't shit, you know? It's been since childhood, yep. So that's probably why she feels like she got certain entitlements and rights and can take advantage. It's like you don't want to play this harsh game anymore. You know what I mean? Yeah, she probably thinking like, oh, if I'm not in your life, what are you gonna do? You have no one else. Like, get the hell out of here. I don't need you. Queen of Swords, King of Swords, Moon, Knight of Pentacles, the Empress, Nine of Swords, King of Wands, Ace of Cups, Four of Cups, Seven of Swords, Six of Pentacles, High Priestess, Eight of Swords, Seven of Pentacles, the Five of Wands. And only really two good cards. It's probably only like two or three good cards out of all these cards too. That's how you know. And it's 15 cards out here. So maybe you're scared to release because it wouldn't feel right, or um, you will feel wrong, or no. Mm-mm. Look at that judgment card at the bottom of the deck. Yeah, I heard get out. Yeah, she could like the fact that she knows all or most of your secrets. Yeah, I think she knows that like she's probably not gonna have romantic love in her life, or it's gonna be challenging for her. So she's kind of dependent on your energy. I know you could depend on people's energy, but I think she's dependent on your energy here. Even if it's not like she's crushing on you or want to take it like that, and it's just platonic, it's like on your energy. Like I'm gonna have her, even if I don't have like a husband in life, I'm gonna have her. Yeah, she's like binded to you. Hopefully, she ain't doing a binding spell, so I will watch out for that. But like, she feels binded and wants you to feel binded. And I bet you see through right through her, your higher self intuition, especially if you go to church with her. She's probably scared to go to church because you know, yeah. But I hope they gave you clarity. You know, that will probably make her false mask come down quick as hell if she went there. But I can see why you feel the way you are. If you're around a whole bunch of people that aren't good for you, you're gonna feel that way. That's why I said go where you're loved and try to do it fast if you can. But yeah, I hope that helped you. Ashley, are you here, love? I'm ready to post your question. Oops, let me take this back. Being with her, yeah, yep. Your intuition always gonna scream at you because people can make the 3D, this physical world, look like anything, but your energies never lie. So even if somebody is looking you dead in your eyes saying "I love you," that might seem convincing, but if your intuition picks up on that's a lie, guess what? It's a lie. But on the outside, it's looking like what? They're being genuine. They looked me in my eyes. They held my hand. They said they love me. Da, da, da. Trust me. When your intuition say that ain't right, something seems off. I feel weird. It feels uncomfortable. It feels like a lie. It feels negative. It feels, you know what I mean? You're welcome, love. Good eye reading here for Ashley, please, Spirit. Thank you. Good eye reading here for Ashley, please, Spirit. Thank you. What has RC been saying to Ashley's? Oh no. What has RC been saying about Ashley to his friends and family? What has RC been saying about Ashley to his friends and family? What has RC been saying about Ashley to his friends and family? Clarify. Oh, whoop. They could. The first thing I'm getting is they might feel like there's a little aggression, so they could be saying like you're aggressive, but they like it. Yeah, how you're blunt. Yeah, how you're pretty when you wake up, even when you got sleep in your eyes. They could also like if you're like pro black kind of thing as well. They could be saying how they hardly see you cry. They could love how you wear like fuzzy socks. They could also maybe feel like I don't know if you like ever took up for like one of their family members, even if you like kind of said something, even if he was the one talking to you about them, and you're like, don't do that. So he could definitely feel like you have like a sense of loyalty. Yeah, and how you like to well, no, let me see. Yeah, maybe you do like to save your money depending on like certain stuff. It's like you're not cheap, but you're not like pretending like you're extra rich either. So it's like they like that. It's like you might not eat at McDonald's, but you're also not gonna like buy a $10,000 bag. You know what I mean? They could like when you nod your head, no. Or maybe this is like when you're like shaking your head, but you don't really want to say, you don't really want to say anything or judge nobody, but you just like you just shaking your head. Yeah, he's saying like how you stare into his soul. Yeah, he be telling him how you're not playing about your time. So he could have definitely like cut his family off, like, okay, I gotta go because I don't want to be late. You know, I don't want to be late to this date kind of thing. Cause she gonna, yeah, I'm here. She gonna be tripping. She gonna trip. He could be saying how you're after him, like his slang, how he walk and stuff like that. Maybe you mimic it or mock his walk, and maybe you do take off, some of his slang that he says. Yeah, he could like how you dress. Like when you dress, you dress. When you go out, kind of thing. Yeah, saying how you're so easy to talk to. Yeah, and how you don't care about like really like impressing nobody. Yeah, he could. Maybe he feel like you have some concerns. With like his family being connected to an ex of his. Yeah, he probably sees you as like you keep receipts kind of thing. Like you'll be quick to pull up a text message or so. You could have told him like you wanted an outside wedding or how you wanted certain things to go. Yeah, and I'm hearing somebody like, "Oh, that's a good idea," kind of thing. If you already told him like if you like some of his certain family members, he's already told him like she likes you kind of thing. Like if that was a sister or something like that, he's told them because maybe you have like favorites. You might not necessarily get along with everybody, or it's just that you got favorites. What has RC been saying to his
Hey,
friends and family about Ashley?
I need a little black book.
Oh, it's downstairs.
Oh, you gotta be kidding me. I don't know, man. Tay Tay said my book is downstairs.
Oh, and he's bragging too about like you being in school. It's like a big thing for them. Not only like just because it's like schooling, but maybe what you're going for because they can see it as like tough kind of thing, like hard to do kind of things. And it's like, okay, that's amazing. And they could have definitely been waiting for him to like attract a woman like this. That's like got a good head on her shoulders, going to school, doing this, got this going on, and it's like finally. And I feel like he's definitely gonna be like scared to disappoint his family, especially his mom. made his mind like 3 times. Okay. But I don't feel like he tells everything. Like he's not telling sex details, or if he is, he's not telling all of it, kind of thing. Especially if they're not gonna agree with it, but he likes it. Like if you slap him a little bit, they might not necessarily agree with it, so he ain't gonna say nothing. But he, Hmm. And it's like they wonder why I'm into this to this girl. If only they knew. If they only knew certain other details, then they'll understand. So maybe some people don't understand, but it's like if only they knew, they will get it. Yeah, he could be bragging on how you're like very good with vocabulary and how you like make him man up. You're not with all that crying shit. Ah. Yeah, how you're always trying to be the best version of yourself. Yeah, he loves how like you could read his mind, and sometimes you say stuff before he do. Whether that's you saying something to keep kids in line or whatever you're saying, it's like you get on it before he even does. And how like if you are leaving, you're not leaving to like run a street somewhere. You're leaving to level up, kind of thing. He could be like roasting you a little bit though. Like if your favorite food is some type of casserole, he might be like, "No offense, that's for a different race, not us." I don't know why she eat that kind of thing. So it could be a little like roasting or something. Yeah, and if you got long nails and you scratching them, he could be complaining like, "Dang, she be scratching me." And he could love how like when you are around his family, you don't follow him around because you're uncomfortable being around them. Like you know how to like stand your own ground. Like you don't have to follow him around like a puppy. Like you can hold your conversations with them and stuff like that. So he likes that. You eat shrimp with the shell, and he was like, "You eat that too." Mm. Yeah, he feel like you have quick reflexes. You always know how to peep game, how you're mature. Even if here and there you kind of lash out, he doesn't discredit and say, "Oh, she's not mature," because a couple of times we had an argument. He thinks overall like you're mature and how you're always open to have like a conversation. But yeah, I do feel like sometimes he could go back to his mom when you like hurt his feelings. Like, mom, she said she didn't need me. And it's like whenever you kind of like reconcile, whether he reaches out or you reaches out, oh shut up, he lets them know. It's like, oh, guess who I talked to, or guess who I'm back in communication with, da, da, da. And he's happy. Yeah, how you bring the romance out of him. What else is RC telling his friends and family about Ashley? Oh my lord, this could be towards his friends. Like, oh, her burps and her farts don't smell. Oh man, I got a good one. She's not needy. Right. Or helpful. Because when somebody farts, especially in the car, you gotta let the windows down and do all that. But if you don't smell, it's like you cool. But yeah, probably weird telling them. He could also find it like independent how you wouldn't mind up moving to a different city or state than like the rest of your family kind of thing. Again, he really loves how you're able to like hold your own. He could think you're very smart and you know how to like count money in your head and how you don't take God's name in vain. You don't play around with nobody else doing it either. Yeah, maybe you're not afraid to like worship God in public or out loud or randomly. He could be saying how you sometimes you are a perfectionist and get on his nerves, but he still love you. And how you're like petite. He like that slim thick. He likes you putting your feet on him. I think especially when it's cold. I don't know if it was trying to say warm or cold, but yeah, it's like things, hairline got to be perfect. I can kind of get that. You got to color inside the lines. This got to be perfect. The plate got to look perfect. Like everything got to look, got to look right. It got to look picture ready. Ooh, you might take a lot of pictures too, which she like, you look good, but dang, that's 100 pictures. But he likes how you're blunt. Like you'll tell him if it's a friend of his you don't like or not. You tell him who you like and who you don't. It is what it is. But he could be sad. Like sometimes you might laugh at him when he like makes a fool of himself or he hit his head somewhere or something like that. And she ain't right. What else is RC telling his friends and family about Ashley? How you taught him a lot. Definitely. Ooh. Yeah, so he could even be bragging and telling his friends and family, like, y'all need to basically get one like me. Get you a woman that can like teach you some things. This can go, and some of them are kind of like a little salty, you know. Like now all of a sudden he know it all. See, confirmation. I talked to family and friends about you. Confirmation. But you knew that intuition. I look at your pictures all the time. Do you still care? I don't know if I put that one backwards or frontward or what. I get shy and nervous around you. Yeah, so he could be saying like, y'all be shy and nervous, and like he's trying to figure it out. I feel like you're the right person, but it is or was the wrong time. Aw. I get really jealous and protective over you. Yeah, so he's telling him like you could say this or do this to this person, but don't let it be Ashley. Okay? He's letting them know you better respect Ashley, and I'm not playing for real. And he keeps showing your pictures to make sure they remember what you look like or they know what you look like. Don't talk to her because I don't want no. You know what I mean? I don't want it to be you end up talking to my cousin or anything like that. No, this is who I'm talking to, who I'm into, whatever the case may be. Remember this face. Don't talk to her. Hmm. He don't. I told you he ain't playing. He don't play about you. I like this energy. I do. But again, he feels like he has to toughen up with you. He's not always going to get an apology or so with you, but he respects that. And they even be like, "You heard from Ashley." Even other females, yeah, don't do it. Yeah, letting it know I can't just be friends with benefits with her. I can't just hit it and quit it. No, it's more to that. It says, "I hope you feel the same way." Okay, I hope you feel the same way about me too. I should probably turn this light on. It done got dark. I want to inspire others with our true love and show that it does exist. I look at our messages all the time, exactly, and he be getting caught too, looking at y'all messages, and he probably feel not necessarily ashamed, but it's like I look like, dang, I might as well reach out. Like I'm just looking like an idiot. I might as well reach out. Ooh, but I hope they clarity. You hope you guys out of that. Yeah, I like this energy. Yeah, the King of Wands, Page of Pentacles, Six of Wands, Eight of Swords, Two of Swords. I mean, not Two of Swords, Two of Wands, Three of Pentacles, Nine of Pentacles, Four of Cups. Oh, it was a Two of Swords out here, so I got it misconstrued. Nine of Swords, Page of Wands, Ten of Cups, Empress, Nine of Wands. So the number nine, Hangman in reverse, Ace of Swords, Eight of Cups, Three of Wands, Tower, Chariot, Five of Pentacles, Three of Cups, Ace of Pentacles, Judgment, Queen of Pentacles, the Hierophant, and Page of Swords. That was a lot of cards. But it's a lot of things that he's saying. So it's a lot of things he's saying. That's why. And he wants to know, like, what more do you want from him? Like, what more do you want? Well, how Tyrese was, he was crying, what more do you want from me? That's what he want to know. Like, dang, what more? To get her to act right sometimes, to get us to move forward, whatever the case may be, what more? So he asking for advice. Do y'all know what's more? Because she ain't telling me. Or I don't have a clear understanding. What more? Yep, Queen of Pentacles. And the Empress is out. I'm going to turn this freaking light on. Okay, so I got to put my phone on the charger. You're welcome, love. Thank you. Yeah, thank you. The first thing I always think about or go to is salt. Maybe just regular table salt or salt crackers or anything like that. Like if you're trying to get rid of a hangover, wear some shades, eat some salt crackers, get some rest, drink some water, you know. Pickle juice. Okay, yeah. I never tried that. You can even eat some bread, you know. Helping a little, yep. But different things work for different people. Some people say, "Oh, drink more." I've never tried that, and I don't think I want to. I don't think that would work for me. But I probably will try like pickle juice next time. And I like some pickle juice too. So lay in bed all night. got to recover. Gotta recover. You was knocked out. Oh, okay. I thought you was just like, oh, this taking long. I'm out of here for a second. I was like, let me give it a minute for her to come back in. I don't blame you. I said, I think I learned my lesson. I really know my limits now. But sometimes I get carried away, even when I know my limits. I get carried away, knowing that I shouldn't be doing all that. And next thing you know, I'm mixing drinks, drinking and smoking, and uh, and then wonder why my body is fighting me. Like now, I want some ice cream, but I know I shouldn't have it right now. Like, dang. Like, I know I only can have two Long Islands. No more than two Long Islands. No more than probably three cut waters. No more than two lemon drops. Mm. Overdid it, no, for real. Woo! Goddamn drink is coffee now. For people in live stream, hope you're doing well. Much love and blessings to you. How are you guys doing? How's this weekend been going for you? If you have any updates that you would like to share, let me know. Um, Make sure to like, comment, subscribe, share, notification bell for all that good stuff. Check out the community posts and collective live readings where you can find messages that may resonate with you. I do all kind of readings and set mediumship at this time. Suggest some video ideas for this channel. I don't buy, I get the answers just right. Personal private readings will go by email, phone, text, private live stream, or private recorded video. Sometimes I don't get a notification, so if your name is different on YouTube than it is on PayPal, Cash App, or Chime, please let me know. And most links are in the description box. If it's not there, please let me know and I will inform you. Thank you for choosing me as your reader at this time. If you aren't coming in to book a tarot reading, that's okay. You can come in and just chat. It is an open chat. Thank you. I think I mentioned everything. I don't know. But again, most things are in the description box. Yeah, how you guys are doing mentally, emotionally, physically, financially, spiritually, all the areas. How does it feel? How does it feel? Back to life, back to reality, hey, back to life, back to reality, hey, back to life, boom, back to reality. Let me check my email. Check the spam. I have to go ahead and call last call for donations. Last call for donations. Live stream will be ending soon.